Hello. Right, men, how are we doing? I made a video last week on what your working sets should look like in the gym, and I think it went over a couple of guys' head. So what I'm going to do is today I'm not going to do a voiceover video whatsoever. I'm literally going to talk you through how I would do my sets. So I'm going to take you through two exercises. The first one is going to be a lat pull down, which I'm sat on now. The second one is going to be a deadlift. I'm going to take you through how to warm up, how to perform your working set, how to perform your back off set, and so you can see this in real time. I see so many guys with a couple of years experience in the gym still doing 3 sets of 10 to 12, three sets of 8 to 10 or something along those lines, and they wonder why they're not seeing, one, the strength gains that they want to see, but two, the muscle that they want to build as well. Now when it comes down to getting absolutely fucking jacked, right, it comes down to 4 things at the end of the day. It's one, it's your training, how intent are you actually training? 2, it's your nutrition. 3, it's your daily output and actual steps. And 4, it's your rest and recovery. All of those 4 things are genuinely what matter when it comes down to you getting into the best shape of your life. So I'm going to touch on one of them today, and it's going to be your training. Like I said, I recorded a video last week, and the reason why I wanted to do this is because I want you guys to see it in real time. What a warm-up set looks like, what a working set looks like, and what a back-off set looks like. The amount of guys that I see coming into the gym and just doing literally 3 sets of 10 or 3 sets of 10 to 12 or 3 sets of 8 to 10 of a fairly moderate weight, the goal of what we're doing is we are warming up to that working set weight, and we are literally emptying the tank on 1 to 2 sets, one being a working set, the other one being a back off set. This is how you're going to get strong. This is how you're going to break through muscle fibers correctly. This is how you're actually going to start building the physique that you actually want to see as well. Gone are the days of just doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps of a fairly average weight. If you want to see strength increases, if you want to build some serious muscle, you've got to put all of the intent into 1 to 2 maximum working sets and move on to the next exercise. So let's get into it. I have done a little bit of warming up beforehand, sort of like with a resistance band, but here's what the first warm-up set would look like for me. Now this is the first exercise that I've done today, so I'm definitely not feeling warm yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a weight that's really easy for me. Now you might be on like a leverage pull down like I am on. You might be on like a standard cable pull down. You might be on like a plate loaded pull down. It doesn't really matter. It is going to be the same principle. And this, by the way, what I'm going to show you now, I would implement across the board on all exercises. If you're doing leg press, deadlifts, squats, any exercise whatsoever, this is how I would implement your training going forward if you are wanting to build the physique that you've always wanted to build, if you are wanting to get unbelievably strong and unbelievably jacked as well. So I'm literally going to slap a 20 on each side. Now this machine does get heavy fairly quickly, so basically mean that you don't have to put too much weight on it before it gets really, really heavy. But this is really easy for me this way. I'll put 40 kilograms on and I'm just going to go for 10 reps. So this would be my first warm-up set. All right, there you go. That is the first warm-up set done. So as you can see, that literally wasn't taxing at all. That was really, really easy. I'm doing a couple of things when I'm warming up here. I am, 1, getting my muscles nice and warm, my tendons, my ligaments nice and warm as well. But not only that, I am mentally preparing myself for my heavy set. Now I know that last time I used this machine, looking at my numbers that I hit the previous week, my working set on this, I believe off the top of my head, is around 40 kg each side, so 80 kilograms altogether is my working set weight. So basically all I am trying to do is to warm up as close to that weight as possible without it fatiguing me. And then I'm going to do one all-out set of 8 to 10 repetitions. So let's get a little bit more weight on for our second warm-up set. So on goes a 10 on each side. Now when it comes to doing this second warm-up set, what I'm not going to do is another set of 10 reps. Obviously I've just slacked another 20 kilogram on altogether. And if I go do 10 reps now, chances are it's going to fatigue me a little bit. And remember, we don't want to get fatigued in these warm-up sets. We want to warm up as close to our working set as we possibly can, and then we want to go all out on that set. So on this set, I'm literally going to hit sort of 3 to 5 reps depending on how it feels. All right, there we go, 4 reps. So again, we're just warming the tendons up, warming the ligaments up. That is not fatiguing me at all. I'm mentally preparing myself. I know that I'm getting close to that working set weight. But I still don't feel as warm as what I should. You can probably tell by the jacket that I've got on, it's a little bit cold. So I'm just going to slap a 5 on each side. And then we're going to go for my last warm-up set. And then we're going to get into the all-out heavy set. These numbers, by the way, in my warm-up sets, I don't log these down. Like, I don't really care what they are. All I care about is what my working set was and what my back-off set was. And they're the numbers that I'm going to try to beat every single week. So I look at my phone and I know that last time I did this exercise, I hit 80 kilograms for 7 reps. Okay, so because, not 7 reps, sorry, 8 reps. And my rep range on this is 8 to 12, but it's only one set of 8 to 12. And that's all I'm doing. I'm going with it in with as much intensity as I can for one set of 8 to 12 reps. That's all you need in order to damage the muscle, because that's what's happening when you're lifting. There's microscopic tears that are happening in the muscle. When you go home, when you eat, when you rest, when you recover, that's how that muscle grows back stronger. Now, if you're doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps of an average weight, chances are that muscle isn't getting as much stimulus as what it should do. So hence why I'm warming up and I am literally emptying the tank for one heavy set of 8 to 12 reps. So like I said, last time I did this, it was 80 kilograms for 8 reps that I hit. So I'm about to do my last warm-up set, and then I'm going to put 80 kilograms on, and then I'm going to try hit 9 repetitions. That is progressive overload right there. Okay, what I don't want to be doing is hitting sort of 7 reps or 8 reps. Chances are, if I am not hitting what I hit the time before when I did this exercise, something's gone wrong. I'm either not rested enough, food hasn't been on point, and there's also another handful of reasons, hydration, etc. But we won't get into that. So last set, and we'll literally go for 2 reps on this one. Right, last warm-up set done. So as you can see, I've warmed up now to 80 kilograms and I haven't fatigued myself at all. And now I am ready to get 80 kilograms on and go for an all-out set of 8 to 12 repetitions. Now, bearing in mind, last time I did this exercise, it was 80 kilograms again that I hit, and it was 8 repetitions that I've got. So the goal, this is the simple goal for me to progress today. What I am going to do is put on 80 kilograms again, but I am going to be aiming for 9 perfect reps, and that right there is progression. This is the number that I will be writing down, so next week I can try beat it. And you might be thinking in your head, well, Jord, when will you go up to when will you up the weight on this? I'll up the weight on this as soon as I hit the top end of that rep range. So let's say in a couple of weeks time, I'm moving 80 kilograms for 12 reps. That's when I will up it to maybe 85 kilograms, and then the sort of rep range will be like 8 to 12 again. So I'll go up to 85 kilograms, but I'll try hit 8 repetitions. Chances are, if I finish this working set and I go, oh, I could have got another 5 reps there, the weight wasn't nowhere near as heavy as what it should be. And if it comes to me doing this exercise next week and I'm like, yeah, let's go up to 100 kg, again, like we're nowhere near it. This set now is going to be an all-out, really hard set for me. Like I said, 80 kilograms for 8 reps. Last time I did this exercise, we're going to hit 80 kilograms for 9 reps today. Or fingers crossed anyway. Also, I get some straps on with this. If you haven't used these before, in fact, let me tell you, if you are deadlifting, right, or you are doing any sort of pulling movement that requires your grip and you are not utilising using straps, chances are you're also not going heavy enough either. My grip is going to be the first thing that gives out on this, and it's not going to be my back. So if I'm losing grip strength before my back muscles are getting fatigued, then you won't be building the back that you want either. All right. Is Becky about to rev me up for my set? She's just, can I help you? You're in my angle. This is a raw video. I'm not editing it at all.
Well, I'm making it.
This is my preset motivation.
Come on.
Right. 8 reps to beat, Jordan. 1 working set. This is how you need to think about this as well, guys. I only get this one opportunity once per week to beat the numbers. So fucking, you've got no choice, bud. Just go in and get the work fucking done. That's how it's gonna be. Right. Jesus. So we just about got 9 repetitions there. Only just, all right? So that is all that we need. Now, if I get 2 minutes rest, and if you were to say to me, George, let's go in and let's do 80 kilograms again, there's not a chance I'm hitting 8 reps on it. And that's where you want to be. You want to ask yourself, if you can return back to that weight and do another set of 8 to 10 repetitions, chances are that working set wasn't the working set. It wasn't heavy enough. It didn't tax you enough. Yeah, so imagine if you were doing like in fact, well, we'll talk about this when we come on to deadlifts. You'll see what I mean when we go on to deadlifts. So that's a 1 working set that I've done there. I have now got 1 more set, which is a back off set. So again, I'm just going to have a look at my numbers that I've got logged in my app, the Build the Man app that we use with the men as well. And basically, like here, I've literally got 2 numbers wrote down. I've got 80 kilograms for 8 reps, which I will now log as 80 kilograms for 9 reps. And then I've got a back off set where I hit 60 kilograms for 10 reps last time. So the goal today, the back off set rep range is slightly higher. It's 10 to 12 repetitions. So I at least need to get 10. Last week, I believe it was 60 kilograms that I hit for 10 repetitions. Yep, 60 kilograms for 10 repetitions. So today, the goal is to get 60 kilograms for 11 repetitions, but bearing in mind, I've also just progressed on my working set as well. So at minimum, I want to be hitting 10 reps on this because I've already progressed in one set. But if I can hit 60 kilograms for 11 reps, we're bang on the money. And again, you might be thinking, oh, how much rest do I need to get in between my sets and stuff like that? I never put a specific time on it, all right? But what I will say is don't take the piss, don't sit around for like 15 minutes. You still want to get like a decent pump on. You want to just sort of like quietly reflect with yourself and be like, ask yourself, right, can I get 10 reps on this weight that I'm about to go in on if you're doing your back off set? And if the answer is yes, then go in and get after it. If you feel like you need a little bit more rest, take a little bit more rest. Right, this is coming off as well. Also, let's put some tunes on. I hate to be the guy that puts his mic on his cat, but no other option. Right, a bit of Lincoln Park. 60 kilograms, 11 reps. So again, this is my back off set. Working set has been done. This is going to be my last set. Same intent goes into this. 11 reps to go. There we go. So that is what my sets look like on a lat pull down. So I came in and I put something that was really, really light on for my first warm-up set of 10 reps, not fatiguing at all. I put a little bit more weight on for 4 reps, I think I got. I put a little bit more weight on. I got 2 reps out, so I'm getting warm. I'm warming up as close to that working set weight as I can, which was 80 kilograms, but I'm not fatiguing myself. I'm not doing 10 reps on all of those sets. Then I am literally emptying the tank on one heavy working set of 8 to 10, and then taking a little bit of weight off and doing one back off set of 10 to 12 reps, which we hit the 80 kilograms for 9 and the 60 kilograms for 12. Now, if you were to ask me, Jod, go in and do that set again, I'm not hitting 10 reps on it. And that's exactly what you want to leave an exercise with. You want to leave an exercise going, yeah, good. I'm good to do that exercise again next week. But for now, what I'm going to do is after you've done a full pull session or push session or leg session, whatever you're doing, is you're going to leave the gym, rest and recover, because your muscles have got all the stimulus that they need to, one, break down their muscle fibers, but then two, when you go home, eat, recover and repair your muscles, that's how they're going to grow back bigger and also stronger as well. So there's no need to be sat doing 3 sets of 10 reps of a fucking just bang on average weight, like 3 sets of 10 reps on 60 kilograms on a lat pull down. Highlight the heavy working set, do a back off set, move on to your next exercise. Let's get it. Right, men, so next exercise is deadlift. Since I left you, I did, well, first exercise was lat pull down, then I went into a row variation, then I went into another vertical pull movement. So I actually would usually do pull-ups, but because I'm at a gym that I don't train at that regularly, I like to use the different bits of equipment. So I actually hit another lat pull down movement. None of that matters anyway, but here's a movement that I hit on a regular basis, which is deadlifts. So last time we did this, we warmed up, which I'm going to take you through, to a working set, and we don't do a back off set on this. You can do a back off set if you want, but for me personally, because I know myself, doing a compound lift like this, I like to just do one heavy working set. So again, instead of doing deadlifts, of doing like 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, or 3 sets of 8 to 10 or whatever, I'm going to be warming up to one heavy set, emptying the tank, and then moving on to the next exercise. This is my last exercise for back, by the way, and I've got some like rear delt flies to do and some arms to finish off. So let's get into it. Let's get into the warm-ups. So last time I did this, what did I hit? 140, because I've only just sort of put these back in. Like, I have pulled some heavy weight on deadlifts before. I have pulled like 250 for like 1 rep. But remember, the goal isn't just to be a power lifter, the goal is to also be jacked, right? So it's to be strong and to be jacked. Now you need more than 1 rep to be able to break them muscle fibers down. So the minimum amount of reps that I hit on this, well, my rep range is 6 to 8. And the last time that I did this, I hit 150, I believe, for 6 reps. But we're gonna get warmed up and we're just gonna see how they go. I'm feeling good today. So last week I might not have hit the numbers bang on the head, but yeah, we'll just warm up and we'll see how we go. So obviously this is my 4th exercise in of my back session, right? So again, I would say that ask yourself the question, how warm do you actually feel? Do you feel like you've got 2 warm-up sets to do? Remember that this exercise is a compound lift. So chances are I'll probably need a few warm-up sets, but again, I'm not warming up to a place that's gonna fatigue me. So this is my first set, right? 60 kilograms, and I'll literally just go for 5 reps with this, not fatiguing at all. Also, just check the weight of your bar as well. It usually says at the end, this is a deadlifting bar. Majority of bars in a gym are 20 kilograms. I bet you guys didn't know that there were so many different types of barbells. Some are 20, some are 25 kilograms. Some are deadlift bars, like this one here. This is actually a really good bar to deadlift because it's got a little bit extra whip in it. This is a whole nother video that I'm going into. But essentially, I want to use the same setup as what I used last time I deadlifted, and that is just a normal barbell. So I hope that hasn't confused anyone. Chances are, if you're in just like a a normal gym facility, they'll just have 20 kilogram barbells. It's only in special gyms that they have proper deadlifting bars. So if you're in a normal bog standard gym, you're probably just going to be using a 20 kilogram barbell, sorry. Right, so let's just see how this feels again. Just go for 2 reps. Yep. So, as you can see, because my working set was 150 on this last time, I'm literally going to go up to 100 kg straight away. Again, this isn't fatiguing at all for me, and I'm only going to do a couple reps on this as well, just getting myself nicely warmed up again. Your tendons, ligaments and everything, especially if this is your 4th exercise, you should be feeling pretty warm already. But in terms of mentally preparing yourself, like, there's not a chance I am going to put 150 kilograms straight on a bar and do my working set. I'm not mentally prepared for it. And this is a big reason why you do these warm-up sets. You're warming up as close as you possibly can to your working set weight. And it's not just about making sure the tendons, ligaments are warm. It's actually making sure that that you're mentally prepared for it as well. See, if 100 kilograms on the bar now, right? If I did 10 reps of this, chances are I'd just be fucked up for my working set. So I'm literally just going to go for 2 reps on this. All right, feeling good. Should probably save my back a little bit and utilise this deadlift jack for anyone that doesn't know what it is. There you go, makes your life a lot easier. Right, so 3rd warm-up set. So now we're getting close to that working set weight. 140 kilograms on the bar. So I'm 10 kilogram off my working set weight. So again, I'm literally going to be moving this for 1 repetition now, because chances are if I move it for anything more than that, it'll probably fatigue me just a little bit. I'm just going to double check my numbers because that felt a little bit heavy. And this is a prime example of why it's important to write your numbers down. I actually made a note on last week's, for the men inside Build the Man that are using Build the Man, you know that when you log a workout, you can make like little notes about how your set went, etc. Yeah, I remember that I put this in as 150, but fucking gym brain, I must have calculated it wrong, and it was actually 140 kilograms that I hit last week for my working set, and I got 6 reps. And I literally know that because I've literally just done a warm-up set. I was like, fuck, surely I didn't have an extra 20 kilograms on top, an extra 10 kilograms on top of this, sorry, 150. So we will hit 140 today because that's what I got last week for 6. This week we are going to try and move it for 7 reps if we can. I'll actually write this in correct this time. Yeah, 140 I got. So let's aim for 7. Also, let me show you what it looks like. Oh, there we go. But there you see how we've got conventional deadlift, and it says 1 set of 6 to 8, and I've already wrote my numbers in. That's manifestation at its finest. So I'm going to hit 140 for 7 reps, and then next week when I come to do this exercise, that is literally all that I look at. I look at that number and I just try to beat it. We'll get a clip on with these as well, because can't be bothered with these weights flying off all around. So I did actually, I think like I've easily hit like 180 for like 8 reps before, but because I am in the process of building these deadlifts back up, this is currently where we're at 140 kilograms. I took them out of my training for a little bit, and if you take a lift out of like this, a big compound lift like this, or like a squat or something like that, out of your program for a while, don't get me wrong, it's fucking great for giving that lower back a little bit of rest. But you can soon lose some real strength with them as well. You know, it's a lot of weight to have in your hand. So no doubt we'll be up to 180, 200 kilograms for 8 reps soon enough. But this is just where I'm at right now. So let's get some tunes on. And we've got 140 kilograms. Remember, 1 all-out working set here. So what we're not doing is fucking 3 sets of 10 of this weight. Don't get me wrong, I could do 3 sets of 10 of 100. But in order to get the most bang for the buck, I'm here. This is my heavy working set. I'm going to fully empty the tank on this. No reps left in the tank, and hopefully we'll hit 7 reps. And that's all it needs to be. Now, like I said on the lat pull down, a simple way to ask yourself if you could have done more. If I said to myself now, right Jord, get 2 minutes rest and go do that set again, can you do it? If the answer's no, you've probably got it right. If the answer's yes, you're fucking way off the mark. So for the men that didn't understand this last time, from the squat video that I recorded, we're basically coming in, depending on how warm you are, do a couple of warm-up sets, get as close to your working set weight as you possibly can. So we're warming up your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles. We're mentally preparing yourself. But what you're not doing is fatiguing yourself. Then you're going in on an all-out set of your given rep range, a back off set if you decide to put a back off set in there, and then you move on to the next exercise. This is how you're going to come into the gym, train with a hell of a lot more intent, rather than coming in and trying to fucking deadlift an average weight for 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps and sit back and wondering why you're nowhere near as strong as you want to be, or you haven't built the muscle that you want to build. It's because you're not training hard enough, with enough intent, and you most likely don't have clarity on the exercises, the reps, the sets, the intensity that you need to work at. This is where having a coach, by the way, is really, really handy. There's been a lot of research that have gone into training like this instead of just doing the 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. You come in, you're intent with the work that you're doing, you break those muscle fibers down, then you go home, you rest and you recover. I only train maximum 4 days a week. I do push, pull, legs, and then I'll do like a little bit of a catch-up session on shoulders and arms. That is it. I see too many guys training sort of like 6-7 days a week, and they go, well, I'm nowhere near as strong as I need to be. I'm nowhere near as jacked as what I want to be either, and I'm putting in all this effort. Chances are, brother, hate to fucking say this, well, in fact, I actually love to say it. Chances are you're putting the effort into the wrong places. There's a saying that goes, less is more. Everyone knows that saying, and it's true. If you do more of the right things, chances are you can probably strip a lot back and get some real clarity on the things that actually push the needle further forward, rather than being like, right, yeah, I need to train like 2 times a day to get the muscle gains that I want. It's ridiculous. Again, I train 4 days a week. I run a business. I'm also a dad. I'm juggling life as I'm sure you guys are as well. But I'm very intent with exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it as well. So men, signing out. I've got some rear delts to do. I've got some biceps to do. But hopefully this video has helped you today. If it has, drop a like, drop a share, maybe even drop a comment. Send me a message over on Instagram, Jord_buildtheman. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you've got any questions, as always, hop into my inbox, and I'd love to go back and forth, chew the fat, and see where you're struggling. See you soon, man.